These are my Turkestan roaches, and these are my dubia roaches. Today I'm going to be showing you what I feed all of my cockroaches. So I will go to the shop and I will buy these. I usually call them roach chow, but they're actually chicken feed. Before this, I used to feed my roaches vegetables and fruits, but then they start to rot and stink up, and flies and maggots get into my colony. Something's been biting this open. It could be rats, I don't know, but yeah, as you can see, they are biting the food open. I just noticed this. I'm probably gonna have to go get a container and put these food in, but that's for later. Let's continue with the video. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty much just corn, I believe. As you can see, they're all scattered on the ground. Yes, I do not give them a food dish. I just put it on the ground like that, and they will come and eat. Same goes with these guys. These guys are less, so they take a longer time to finish, but these guys, there's literally so many of them, so I'll have to top this up every couple days. You know what? Let's just pour the whole thing in. You may be wondering, what do I give them to drink? Yes, for those who are wondering, roaches have to drink. It's in fact more important than food, because they can just die without water in just a couple days. You guys know, insects, they are just full of liquid, so they need liquid to replenish that liquid inside of them. So what do I give them to drink? Coke? 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 Why not both? Coke? Coke? Look at that. Coke and Coke. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually water crystals. They are, I don't know, some polymer thing. And this is real Coke. But I don't give my roaches real Coke. It's just for this video because, you know, Coke and looks like, yeah. This is not a Coke ad, by the way, but look at this. The reason I mix this with the Coke is because, look at this. They expand into solid, like solid jelly. Those pretty much absorbed the Coca-Cola and turn into this. And why is that, you may ask? It is because roaches are not the smartest of creatures. We don't need this anymore. If you were to give roaches standing water like this, who wants to volunteer? Come here. Maybe you want to volunteer? Yes. If you give them standing water like this and they come for a drink, they're pretty much gonna drown, man. They're gonna drown and just die. Be free. Oh my gosh, look at all the eggs stuck to it. Yep. These things over here, these are roach eggs, and all of these have at least 20 in them. Roaches, yes. And look how many we have. So yeah, back to the video. Now, what I feed my roaches is basically this, minus the other Coke. No, this is not actually, you know, you get the gist, but it looks like it. But this is water crystals. When you mix it with water, let me demonstrate with a little bit of water. We'll just put a little bit. Oh my gosh, that's actually a lot. I'm wasting this, but it's okay. It's for the video. So we put a little bit of water in, and you can see they start to expand. Just like that. It's not a long process as you guys just saw, but you see, it has ew, what the hell is that? But yeah, they have become water crystals, which is what I feed them. Technically, I didn't make them go to waste. I didn't waste them because I could put them back in here. But yeah, as you can see, it's a different color because this is the old batch that had been in the roach bin. This is the new batch, but it's okay. They will not die drinking this. So yeah, drinking. Back to that. Roaches, like I said, they're gonna die and drown in freaking standing water. So you're gonna have to get something that they can walk on and at the same time drink from. So this is what I feed them. Well, what they drink. This is the dubia's water. And this one with eggs inside are the Turkestan roaches water. A little bit dirtier than the dubias. I mean, because in general, Turkestan roaches are a dirtier species compared to dubias. They are more messy and they lay eggs all around the ground. Dubias, as you can see, they do not lay eggs on the ground. They actually give birth. Well, they technically lay eggs. They have the egg out and then they suck it back in and then give birth. It's kind of a weird process. Of course, I make a big mess. But yeah, like I said, I feed them water crystals. So I make a bigger batch, which I will use and top up the roaches' water. This should last me a couple months. And to fill this up, it wasn't even a teaspoon of those water crystal when they're in the dry form. So I would say it is way more cost effective than using fruits. Although yes, I understand that fruits have more vitamins, have more nutrition, but then you could feed, I mean you should feed your roaches with fruits and vegetables if you are feeding them to reptiles, which is also known as gut loading. You load these guys' guts with some good stuff and then that nutrient will pass over to your reptiles. But when it comes to tarantulas, look at the beautiful purples on this one. Yeah, purple tree spider. What else is the name? But yeah, if you are feeding tarantulas, it is not to say, I wouldn't say not recommended, it's not the right word. It is not needed for you to gut load your roaches. As long as the roach is there, it's fine. Because tarantulas, from my experience, they don't really need a lot of nutrients. I mean, they get the juices from the roaches. I would imagine that it would be better if you gut load your roaches for them. But at the same time, there's no downsides of not gut loading your roaches for a tarantula. It would be better, but it would not harm them if you don't gut load. What I'm trying to say is it is not as crucial to gut load the roaches for tarantulas as compared to when you're feeding reptiles. It is better, I would imagine, but not as crucial. I would still recommend that you gut load your roaches before feeding your tarantulas. It'd be better. But like I said, not as crucial. So it is more likely for a reptile to get sick from not gut loading your feeders as compared to a tarantula getting sick from not gut loading your feeders, if that makes any sense. Still recommended though. Technically, you're already gut loading them with some corn and whatever they use to make this food. But when you're feeding your reptile, I would recommend that you gut load the roaches. Nom 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 nom. Good girl, Minnie. Why? Well, reptiles have a more complex digestive and nutrition requirement as compared to tarantulas, which is also why tarantulas are somewhat way easier to keep than reptiles, which is why you don't see me have too many reptiles, but you see me have a lot of tarantulas. But yeah, like I said, the main reason why I have switched my roaches back to dried food and water crystals is because using fruits and vegetables, it just makes it very, I don't know, it just less than 12 hours. The whole bin will be filled of flies, gnats, the small ones, and after a few days, maggots, which is, it doesn't to say harm the roaches, but it's just very unpleasant to look at and it stinks. So yeah, not very ideal. So that is a random video of me feeding my roaches Coke. I don't know, Coke. Like I said, this was not a Coca-Cola ad, okay? I'm not sponsored by Coca-Cola. But I just needed to use it because these two are like Coke. No, it's not, okay? It's water crystals. But I thought it'd be funny. This small amount, like I showed you, this I filled up like 2 weeks ago, I would say. And this, that barely used anything. I would say that this could last me at least 6 months. At least 6 months. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to find a container to put the roach food in because they are being devoured, I'm guessing, by mice. Look at that. You can't just bite one whole. You have to bite like, I don't know, many. And why can't you just finish one packet first? Why do you have to go? Oh my gosh, this freaking ants. Yeah, I may not be using this food for my roaches because it is infested with ants, and ants are an enemy to roaches. So looks like I'm gonna have to go and buy new batch of food for the roaches. Freaking rat, man. It's all the rat's fault. What the? I even have a big bag over here and it's full of ants. Oh man, what a waste. I'm gonna have to do something with the rats, which is not gonna be something nice for them. Ugh, what the is that? Okay, definitely I'm not using this food for my roaches anymore. It's freaking flying, man. What the? They spin web? That's so weird. Ugh, okay. That's weird. That's a weird worm. Let me know in the comments what that is. So guys, that will be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy it. And that is a quick update on my dubias while we're at it because they have bred. Look at that. They have little babies. And after I've switched them to this food setup, I have way less roach deaths, which is freaking good because before this there were quite a bit of roaches, especially the dubias, dying. So I think switching them to dry food and water crystals is the way to go. So if you guys are facing roach deaths, try doing this. It makes the enclosure cleaner, more pleasant, no smell. Actually, the only thing I smell is this. So yeah, that'll be it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Sorry guys, trying to do a thumbnail. Feeding my roaches Coke.